Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? Captain Monk here. In today's episode of Black Ops 2 Gold Guns, I'm going to be bringing you guys a 42-3 gameplay with the MP7 on Aftermath. And in this gameplay, as you guys can see from the kill streaks, I don't get all that many kill streak kills because although I am running the Stealth Chopper doesn't give me all that many kills in this game, so it's primarily gun kills, and for that reason, I found this gameplay pretty impressive. 42-3 is a damn good score, especially when it's majority gun kills, so hope you guys enjoy the gameplay here today. If you guys did miss my last video, which was the MP7 Black Ops 2 review episode where I covered the stats for the weapon, feel free to go check out the link in the description. That'll bring you right to it, and there's also going to be an annotation at the end of this video which will redirect you that as well, because I noticed that video didn't get as many views as most of my videos do, and for that reason I thought I would just let you guys know it does exist and stuff, because the sub boxes probably weren't working again, which is unfortunate. And so if you guys did miss that video, once again, feel free to go check it out. One more thing I want to mention before I get into the class out here, guys, is I did readjust how I set up the kill streaks. In the past video I had it set up where I showed how many kills it would require to get the streaks, and I realized this is going to be kind of untrustworthy or unreliable because I may get some extra score from destroying equipment or getting assists and stuff, so I decided, hey, why don't I just put down the score it requires to get the streaks instead, because you guys all know how much score you get from getting assists and getting kills and stuff. I mean, it's all shown on screen when I get it, so that's what I've done here today, and hopefully you guys don't mind that too much and actually prefer it, because I think it's a lot better this way. And feel free to leave me your thoughts, and without any further ado, let's get right here into the class layout. So as you guys can see, I'm using the MP7 obviously. It only makes sense because it's the MP7 episode, and the attachments I'm running are the Fast Mag and Suppressor. Now, the Suppressor on pretty much every SMG in the game, in my opinion, is, I wouldn't say a must, but I honestly see no reason not to use it, because although it decreases your range by 30%, which is not good by any means, that's bad, but really it doesn't matter that much, because when using an SMG, you want to be getting up close anyway, so in your effective range where you want to be with or without a suppressor, having the suppressor on is not going to harm you whatsoever. So that's why I think having a suppressor on there is good, and this will also increase your center speed by, I think, about 2%, or decrease it or something like that. In other words, it will increase your recoil by 2%. And this will mean that you'll have just a tad bit more recoil, but honestly, I've used the MP7 for at least 2,000 kills in this game with the suppressor majority of the time, and I haven't noticed a single difference. So that's probably enough proof that you really don't need to worry about it whatsoever. And if it does bother you and you do notice it, you can toss on a grip, because the grip will pretty much cancel that out and make us have the same recoil as if you had neither attachment. And again, it's not that big of a difference. I don't notice it at all. So again, if you want to remove that recoil disadvantage, you can, but really, again, you don't need to worry about it whatsoever. So for that reason, I wouldn't bother with grip as your second attachment. You could go with extended mags if you're playing ground war, but in 6v6 it's really unnecessary, and for that reason I recommend fast mags, because that gives you that faster reload. And yeah, it's just a great attachment. Again, it's not even necessary on this weapon, because this weapon does reload fairly fast. And so if you just want to roll the one attachment, just the suppressor, that works. And other attachments being things like rapid fire and reticles. I mean, okay, rapid fire for one, you guys know how the suppressor decreases your range by 30%. Well, rapid fire does that, but double that. It decreases your range by 60%. So you really don't want rapid fire. It makes your weapon a pea shooter, and it's really not good. And as for reticles, I mean, you really don't need a red dot or anything like that, because this weapon's iron sights are really good, so you really don't need to worry about that. So if you want to go with just the suppressor, that's cool. If you want to go with suppressor extended mags or suppressor fast mag, all those are really good too. So that's what I would suggest for attachments. Now as for perks, I've got hardline on here because that's pretty much a must have in TDM and free-for-all, especially because you don't really get any extra points from playing the objective. But if you're playing something like domination, you really don't need it, or not free-for-all, excuse me, kill confirmed, or capture the flag. In those kind of game modes, maybe go with flak jacket if you want to capture flags and plant bombs and stuff. Or if you want to run flags or just run on the map like a madman, go with lightweight. All those things seem to work really well. Or maybe even ghost. If you want to go full stealth, you can do that. I don't frown upon ghost anymore, because they've really balanced it out in this game, because you have to be on the move. So it's a really great perk. So all those things are really good. I don't know what the last perk in tier 1 is, and because I can't think of it, I guess it's not really all that important. So as for tier 2, I'm running Scavenger, and the reason for that primarily is because I wanted to keep the gameplay primarily with the MP7, and so for that reason I'm using Scavenger. And I also hate using other people's weapons, because all the players I run into use some of the stupidest setups, and so for that reason I would recommend you guys use Scavenger as well. But really, it's not necessary. If you find yourself not being able to go on streaks and you don't think you can use all your ammo before dying, I guess, you could go with toughness, because that will make it so you can win your gunfights a lot more easily. Or maybe use cold-blooded. That's really good. It allows you not to be seen by target finders, which are really annoying. So That's another great perk, but I would overall suggest Scavenger because this weapon does have a fast rate of fire, so that's what I would suggest to the majority of you. But if there's some of you guys who just don't go on those long streaks where you need all that ammo, don't worry about it, use something else. And as for my last perks here, guys, I've got the perk wildcard here, so I have 2 perks. And so I've got Engineer and Dexterity. Now Dexterity is just to make it so I can win more gunfights by bringing my sights up faster after sprinting, because I'm constantly sprinting with this class, I'm always on the move, and for that reason I want to be able to bring my sights up as soon as possible. And as for Engineer, you guys know how many people use shock charges and bouncing betties and all that shit in this game, so that's pretty much just to make it so that those guys can't get to me and can't destroy my life with their stupid bouncing betty shock charge combos, so at least I can see when they're coming. If you want to negate that as well, you can use Tactical Mask. Either one works, but I prefer Engineer on a more aggressive class, but on a more defensive class such as Light Machine Gun or Assault Rifle, I go with Tac Mask, but that's just my opinion. It doesn't really matter, either way is really good. And as for my equipment, I got C4 and Concussion. Now, C4 is really great in this game because you can resupply it with Scavenger, so it's a really strong thing to have. And it's really powerful. Like the C4, for example, can take it out in AGR in just one hit, whereas I think Semtex and frag grenades both take like 3 or 4 or something like that. So the C4 is really strong, and it's a great thing to have. And as for the Concussion, it's really great because if you have Scavenger on, you'll be able to spam it because you just throw it and you could check if someone's in a room or stun them if you know they're there already, and that'll pretty much allow you a free kill if they do get stunned. And then resupply it by picking up a Scavenger pack, and it's really great. You don't need 2 by any means, because you don't have enough room in your class for 1. But if you have Scavenger on, just go with 1. It's all you need, it's perfect. And if you want to use something else like an EMP grenade, that works too. As for my streaks here, guys, I wanted to keep it primarily with my gun because last time there's a lot of kill streak kills with like the Lodestar and the dogs. So I got UAV here so I can just find the enemies, and have the Orbital for the same reason. And Stealth Chopper because honestly I didn't know what else to pick. I mean, I could have gone with counter UAV, but I wanted a few kill streak kills, so the Stealth Chopper did that for me, and this map's pretty open, so it all worked. Hope you guys enjoyed the video here today. If you did, make sure to leave it a like rating. It really helps me out, guys. All your support is very much appreciated, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe because I got a lot more videos coming out soon, more weapon guides, more reviews, more gameplay commentaries, all that good stuff. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
This is a Submachine production.